I'm about to do something really silly. I bought myself a Land Rover, but it's not just any old Land Rover. It's my Land Rover, and I've bought it back.
I'm not a mechanic. I shared something off the side. Oh dear. Ah, it's cracked. Oh no. That's never good. Thought about it. Right. Drive.
So, I've had a history of Land Rover since I was a kid. When I was about 6, my dad did quite well in the national trialling championships. So ever since then, I've had a love for them. So when I was about 21, about 12 years ago, 13 years ago, I decided to buy myself a Land Rover. And I decided to buy a Discovery 2 TD5. It had to be an ES, it had to have all the gear on it. Which was stupid because I ended up destroying it. But I didn't destroy it too much. I took it off-road in its stock form, then I modified it a bit. Took it off-road again, modified it again, until it ended up being quite big. It ended up being a camper van by the end of it, and I went around Europe in it, pretty much wild camping, which was quite cool. But then my girlfriend fell pregnant, when a little daughter on the way, and the Land Rover wasn't being used, so I had to get rid of it, basically. So I sold it about 18 months ago, and I missed it. And you can see what's coming, can't you? Because I already told you. It ended up back on Facebook Marketplace. And it's cheap. It's really cheap because it's broken. It's very broken. It looks like, from what I've seen, the front prop shaft has snapped and gone through the bottom of the auto gearbox. And I can hear you cringing from here. And that's about right as well. But it was scrap value. I literally gave him what Silver Lake Recycling Centre offered him for it. But I could not let it get scrapped. It's been undersealed all of its life. There's no rust on the chassis. The body's had a bit of a battering. But yeah, see if we can get this thing home and see if we can get it going. Right, we're just pulling up to where I think it is. I think it's around here somewhere. There it is. Oh, there she be. Oh, dearie me. Let me park this up and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Hang on, let me turn the camera around. Oh, there she is. Absolute beauty. Look at it in all its muddy glory. Oh, bless you. You've had a tough 18 months, haven't you? It's alright. We'll sort something out, won't we? Scrap value.
Here it is. This big old gold thing you're looking at here is a 2002 Discovery TD5 ES. And it's not very well. It's currently a big gold paperweight that is completely in the way. And the missus isn't particularly pleased about it. No one's particularly pleased that it's back. The neighbours are not too pleased. No one's pleased. I'm quite pleased, but I have no idea why. All we can do is try and get it running and see if it can drive. As you can see, there's an awful lot of fluid coming out from underneath it, but I'm not sure where from. I think gearbox, hoping not transfer box or engine, but I've got a couple of bits for it that I've ordered sight unseen off of Facebook, so let's have a look at them and see if any of it will actually fit the truck. Now let me make one thing clear. I'm not a mechanic. I don't even pretend to try and be a mechanic. I've got a lot of friends and family that are mechanics, and I am not a mechanic. They will be very upset if they heard me say I was a mechanic. But I can see when there's a prop shaft missing between a gearbox and a differential, and that's missing. I have a white box. In said white box is what I hope is a sump for a TD5 automatic gearbox. And finally, big brown box from JGS 4x4. I like buying stuff from JGS 4x4 because they give you extra little bits and pieces, like a newspaper, for example, which I might just read that instead of working on that. It seems to be a lot easier. Just got oil in there, nothing too exciting, but I have got this, which is a gearbox filter. So if there is a hole in the sump, obviously I'm going to do the fluids anyway. I've got to do the fluids, but gearbox filter and a gasket. And it looks like on the face of it, from when I've had a quick peek underneath, I haven't seen any real big holes yet, but there is definitely a whack from the prop shaft between the gearbox and the sump. So hopefully this has been nicked, and that might be the problem. Fingers crossed it's not taken out the bottom of the gearbox. So we shall find out. Let's go and have a look. Right, let's have a look, shall we? Should go in the side, down this side. Let's go. Let's go and have a look. What's happened? The gearbox is very, very wet. See, there it is. That's what's happened. And if you can see that very clearly, there's quite clearly a hole in the side of it, and it has nicked the seal. So, oh, it's a mess. Oh, it's hit the floor. Jesus, and the chassis. A nice whack. Not a write-off, but certainly isn't good. But that there, hopefully, is my problem. Right. Right, okay. Let's find out. Let's see if there's any fluid in it. Yes, that is a cat litter tray. Didn't ask the cat because he's a bit of a knob. But we can assume, oh, look at that. We can assume he won't mind too much. Really? There's got to be fluid in the sump of it, isn't there? I might lift that up actually. Oh, there it goes. Here he is. I've got an apology to make to you. I used your litter tray. Don't come this way. No, there's nothing to see here. Nothing to see here at all, mate. I told you the knob. Oh man. Oh no, I just realised there's a load of gearbox strip. Oh, it's in my hair. Oh, she's gonna kill me. Not that I've got any hair, it's on my head I should say. It's definitely on my t-shirt as well. Oh. You've got to love a Land Rover, haven't you? I mean, at least I can get under it. But the trouble is I can get under it. If all idiots like me try and work on it. I'll be back in a minute. Come on. Off you go. Right. Interestingly. Oh, it's cracked. Oh no. That's never good. That's a bit of gearbox. There's only so much that rubber seal's gonna do. And it ain't gonna do that. Stop it. Oh no. I mean, I'll try it. I will try it. I'll show you what I mean. it's got a hole in it. I could slaz it, couldn't I? That's a bodger, isn't it? Yeah, I don't know. I'll think of something.
So, as with every project, you have to go to the shop multiple times. This is the first of probably many that I'm having to pop at the shop. I'm actually going to Halford. I don't really want to go to Halford, but it's my closest parts place without me going a bit further afield, and all I need is gasket sealant. I'll look at either chemical metaling it, which I would have done, but I'm not sure about then getting the gasket to seal to that, because I won't be able to get it that smooth. And if that chemical metal ends up inside the gearbox, I'm in trouble. So I'm going to put some silicone gasket sealant around it. Hopefully it can stick to the oily sump. I'll try and clean it up as much as possible with some brake cleaner. I should probably get some brake cleaner while I'm here. It's probably not a bad idea. I'll do that. Brake cleaner and some silicone, that should do it. And then we should be good to go.
How do you know that? Okay, so I know I said I wouldn't do it, brake cleaner, but I have got some chemical metal, and the reason why I got it, as you may have seen, is because it says it's for broken gearbox cases. And now, I don't know about you, I've definitely got a broken gearbox case, and some instant gasket. So I don't know, maybe those things together, along with a new gasket, may very well seal it up. I'll clean it with that, rebuild it with that, try and get it as smooth as I can, seal that with the gasket, sump back on, then I've got to find my syringe to put fluid in because I don't know where that's gone. It'll be fine. Whoa, that's a good one. Right, we'll leave it. Leave it high ish. Move it off so that the gasket's got half a chance. Leave it. Let's leave it. Stop dripping on me. Right, we need to get that filter out. It's gross, isn't it? I didn't realise that was actually meant to be silver underneath. Okay. Oh, you... Ow. Let's see what happens. Got it first time. Started, got no traction control or anything out of build, not vacuum pressure because the pedals dropped. But I reckon the chances are the mirrors folding themselves back up. Thought about it. Right. Drive. Do we have any drive? We go for reverse so we can get it. No. Let's put the transfer box in. Top the gearbox back off, which is very laggy. I do think it's got a lot to do with the MAF sensor. Oh, we've gone for a tumble. Keep hold here. Do you know what? The gearbox actually feels alright now. Felt awful a minute ago, I must admit, but it feels a lot better now. Oh yeah, that is much better, much better. Steering's about as connected as a shit, and that's what these things are about. Look, it's got enough power to knock you over, somehow. So that's it, it works. What do I do with it now? Clean it, sell it? I should take it off-road at least once, shouldn't I? Really. There's a lot of fluid underneath it. I don't know where it's coming from. Brakes seem to be alright. It seems to drive, it seems to stop. It changes gear, goes into reverse. Yeah. I guess I'll get it on the road, get it cleaned up, and go from there, really. It's a big clean. Inside it's filthy. And then next time you see me, we'll go for a wash, if we can get it cleaned up, and put it back on the internet, I suppose. Anything more than 450 quid's a bargain, isn't it? A bonus. So, we'll see. See you next time.